Okay, so let's talk about a plant. But this isn't just any plant. It holds this incredible paradox inside it. It's a story about beauty, yeah, but also about raw power. And believe it or not, it has some really deep lessons for how we can navigate our own lives. I mean, just look at it. The first thing you notice is wow, it's breathtakingly beautiful, right? You've got these soft, almost purplish lavender blooms and these super glossy green leaves just kind of floating there so effortlessly. It really does look delicate, like something you'd put in a garden pond just for looks. But, and this is a big but, that delicate image, that's not even half the story. Because this same plant is also known for its astonishing power. We're talking about a plant so powerful it's considered a major invasive species in a lot of places. It's a force of nature that can literally take over entire rivers and lakes. So there it is. That's the paradox we're diving into. You have beauty and destruction, calm and chaos, all wrapped up in one single plant. So the big question is, what can this thing possibly teach us? Let's get into it. All right, first up, let's talk about the lesson of design. We're going to look at how this plant is physically built, because its structure tells us a whole lot about purpose and resilience. Okay, let's get a little nerdy for a second. Its scientific name is Eichhornia chrysapis. Now that second word, chrysapis, it literally means thick-footed. And it's talking about these puffy, spongy stalks. They're like built-in floaties, little life preservers. So its name itself tells you its whole deal. This thing is designed from the ground up to float. And that's such a powerful metaphor, isn't it? Just like the plant is perfectly equipped to stay on top of the water, it's this little reminder that maybe, just maybe, we're designed with what we need to stay afloat too, especially when life's currents feel like they're trying to pull us under. Okay, so it floats, it survives, but it doesn't just survive, it thrives. And that leads us straight into our second lesson, which is all about the double-edged sword of growth. I want you to really let this sink in. This plant can double its population. In just 2 weeks? 2! That's insane. It's an incredible display of life and vitality, for sure. But yeah, that's also where the trouble starts. So you get this split personality. On one side, you have the blessing. It's a symbol of fruitfulness, of life just exploding. But on the other side, you get the warning. That exact same growth, when it's not checked, blocks out the sun, it sucks the oxygen out of the water, and it can literally suffocate everything else trying to live there. And that really hits home, you know? The lesson is so clear. Growth is a good thing. But growth without any boundaries can become destructive. It makes you stop and think about your own life, right? Are our ambitions, our careers, even our passions, are they growing in a healthy way? Or are they starting to crowd out all the other important things? Okay, so right now you're probably thinking, this plant sounds like a menace. And you wouldn't be wrong. But just when you think you've got it all figured out, it reveals this other side to it. A hidden gift, you could say, something that's almost redemptive. So we've established the problem, right? Its growth can get so out of control that it just chokes out entire ecosystems. It's easy to look at it and just see a problem that needs to be solved. But what if I told you that the problem is also the solution? What if this plant, this menace, is holding on to a secret gift? Because it turns out it does. This plant is an absolutely incredible natural filter. Those crazy root systems are super effective at sucking up toxins, heavy metals, all sorts of pollutants, basically cleaning the water it's floating in. Think about that. The very same thing that can overwhelm an ecosystem also has the power to heal it. That is just an amazing lesson in redemption. And all of this, it brings us to our final lesson. And honestly, this might be the deepest one of all, because it kind of ties everything together. It's about the art of surrender. See, because it's built to float, it doesn't try to fight the current, it just goes with it. It yields. But here's the key part. It doesn't break apart. It doesn't dissolve. It stays whole, it stays itself, while being carried by this bigger force. So surrender here isn't about giving up or losing who you are. It's about letting yourself be carried. So that brings it back to us, doesn't it? When we're caught in currents we didn't ask for, do we trust that we're designed to stay afloat? Can we have faith that something is holding us up, even when we feel like we have zero control? And then there's the other side of it, that lesson about growth. We have to ask ourselves, what in my life is growing right now? And is it growing too much?
Are there good things, a career, a project, even a relationship, that are starting to take over and maybe blocking the sun from everything else?
So, in the end, the quiet wisdom of this one little plant is pretty profound. Remain upheld, grow, but with intention, and learn when to surrender to the current. It's a beautiful, and yeah, a challenging lesson from one of the most paradoxical plants out there.